Hey guys, how you doing? It's February 6th, my Squatch Thought of the day. Well, what is my Squatch Thought of the day? I got Squatch on the mind all the time. Don't we all? Nah, maybe not all of us, but sometimes throughout the day, I get on, I'm always thinking about things, and some of the information that I've learned, I've always rehearsing it in my mind. Well, and I think a lot of you guys could share this or relate in a similar way. Yeah, Squatch, the thought of squatching, Bigfoot, it does flood our mind, and here on social media, for those who follow, especially here on this YouTube channel, it's all about squatching. It's about researching, learning, and sharing information, spreading awareness. That's what we're here for. And so yeah, and that's another reason why I started the Squatch Thoughts of the day, my Squatch Thoughts, because I always have information, regardless of it's something simple, little, whatever it is, or something major. I want to share it. I need to get it off my chest. So, my Squatch Thought of the day, it basically is very random. My Squatch Thoughts of the day, as you guys have been following, are very random topics or subjects regarding Bigfoot and surrounding Bigfoot. My main thing is listening to every individual involved with Bigfoot research, including myself. One main thing I've always spoke on in the past is what I present to you. If you don't understand it, it's very important to question, and that goes towards anyone else. Are we just following or going along and easily just accepting every little bit of information that's being put out there and said from anybody? Because I've seen it for myself. I see that there's people out there that can make claims, okay, and tell stories, and people believe them. These claims and these stories should be questioned for a number of reasons. If I share a piece of knowledge or information based off of research in my studies, I highly recommend that you question me. And anything that's being put out there, anything that can be put out there should be questioned to the point to where we should be able to narrow it down to debunk it. We should be willing to debunk our own information. Is what we are finding through research and studies, is it really a fact? Well, in my case, which I speak about a lot of wildlife, yes, there's facts when it comes to wildlife, okay? Really, when it comes to Bigfoot, there is no facts, but speculation, thoughts and theories, opinions. Now, one individual, she actually got really offended by my last video, because one of the things I state often is referring to Bigfoot as an unknown species. Well, she said she stopped watching my video after she heard me saying the unknown, because when I speak of the unknown is mainly when I talk about learning and understanding what is known before seeking and learning what is unknown. And I do consider Bigfoot an unknown species, because she claimed that there's DNA that classifies them as a species. No, there is not. There's been DNA on samples that were believed to be related to Sasquatch. If Sasquatch was ever proven, if there was DNA samples sequenced and properly conducted, then it would be established. Bigfoot would be known everywhere. Bigfoot is not known. Bigfoot is a myth. Bigfoot is a legend. But for those of us who have observed and seen, yeah, we know he does exist. But we're talking about Bigfoot being an unknown species. People call him human, a human hybrid. People call him an ape. People call him whatever. Well, whatever you call him doesn't matter. He has not been proven or established in the public society, in the public's eye. So that's that's one of the little minor things. It's not a proven fact, although it is a fact with us through observation only. So this is something, the little things like that I like to cover and touch base on. Yep, a lot of us would love to see Bigfoot proven. That way, all the naysayers, blah blah blah. But a lot of us don't do it just to prove the existence. A lot of us do it because we love being out in the woods and observing seeking out hidden mysteries. It's very fun and fascinating to be out there and discover the little things. It's the little things that matter. It's not always about discovering a new species. New species are discovered throughout the whole world almost on a daily basis. So anyway, but I want to touch back on something I was talking about. For those of us in the Bigfoot community, for those who you listen to, and myself included, you need to stop and listen to what people are putting out there. And a lot of you need to start questioning what's being claimed. Think about it. I challenge you to stand on a logical point of view and have critical thinking with some of the claims that are being put out there and investigate for yourself. Don't be a follower, because a lot of you, I'm not. This is not no lie. This is not no joke. A lot of you guys are puppets on a string, being played along and fooled by hoaxers and liars. And just storytellers. That's all they are storytellers. Then there's another side of the community of what I consider legitimate, serious, concrete individuals that are trying their best to share information, to get people, because you got two sides of the community. You got the one side that the public eye laughs and jokes about, that gives the rest of us a bad rep. And a lot of us are trying to stand above that to show that, yeah, we're serious because this does exist. That's the point. And if we start questioning people more, yeah, it might be those people you might question might get upset, might block you, because they're going to dismiss everybody that disagrees with them. They're going to keep their following to where those who agree with them and believe with them. People are afraid to question people because they're afraid of losing friendship. Well, if you're losing a friend over a disagreement, then they were never really your friend in the first place. And that's a true story, and that's a fact. So this was my Squatch Thought of the day. Think about what I'm saying, people. Please keep it real. Question everybody, and don't believe every claim that's out there, because a lot of it, I will promise you, some of these claims are lies and made up stories. Nothing more. I'm Daniel Benoit. Keep it squatchy and God bless.